Hey everyone, it is Sarah, and today we are continuing the neighborhood series in Midtown West. Now, if you missed last week's video, I connected with local Soniya, who lives in this area, to share her apartment and how she lives. But today's video is all about her favorite places here. Now, there are so many things to do in Midtown, so we're really focusing on the Midtown West area. But if you want to learn more about Midtown, check out my must-see Manhattan tour. We run this every single Friday, and we bring you to the most iconic spots in the city, like Grand Central, Times Square, Top of the Rock. You actually get tickets to Top of the Rock with the tour. That will be linked below. Midtown West has a lot going on, so there's a lot to cover in this video, but let's start here. This is the Garment District, and this is the area where all of the fashion designers used to have their offices, and you'll see a lot of signs of that. First off, 7th Avenue is called Fashion Avenue, and along the avenue you'll see plaques of some of the designers that once had their offices here, and some of them still do, by the way. You also have statues like this, and the button and needle behind me. And then a little bit up to the top part around 42nd Street, you have the Broadway district. This is where you're gonna have all of the amazing Broadway shows, and there's so many to choose from. Think about that. Imagine if you lived walking distance to a Broadway theater. What a dream, right? And then if you go a little bit further down, you have Madison Square Garden, which is one of the most iconic entertainment venues in the entire world. When you live in Midtown West, you are truly in the center of the concrete jungle, so there really isn't much parkland. Well, one of the things Soniya loves to do is come here at the Hudson River Park, and this is actually the second largest park in Manhattan. It is 4 miles long and stretches all the way along the Hudson River.
And you can chill there, you can spend the day. You have Frying Pan, a small restaurant which is on a boat, so you can get like a really nice sunset view from there, have a drink, and it's really pretty.
They have gardens, they have mini golf, tons of different sports arenas. They even have Chelsea Piers, which, fun fact, was where the Titanic would have docked if it didn't sink. There's also tons of great restaurants and bars, one of which is this lovely spot. This is called the Frying Pan, and we're gonna check it out right now. It's a restaurant and a bar on an old barge. Pretty cool. The Frying Pan is unique in a lot of ways. This is on the National Register of Historic Places, and there's actually 2 pieces here. What I'm standing on is actually an old railroad barge that used to transport cars across the Hudson River. So that's part 1. Part 2 is the actual Frying Pan boat. Now, that was completed in 1929, and that was actually a ship that helped light the ways in North Carolina. You had a crew of men that stayed on there for 3 months at a time in all types of weather. So there's a lot of interesting history there. And today, of course, it is a grill and a bar. Hudson Yards is New York City's newest neighborhood, and it's also the most expensive. It costs $25 billion to build this neighborhood. Yes, you heard that right. But there's a lot going on here. You have the Hudson Yards Shops, which has all luxury shopping. You have the Vessel right over here, which is essentially an art piece. You used to go up on it, but now they're not allowed to do that anymore. We also have the Shed, which is a live performance space, and one of New York City's 4 observation decks. This is called the Edge, and that is the highest outdoor observation deck on the Western Hemisphere. And finally, we have one of the most iconic New York City attractions, the High Line. The High Line starts at Hudson Yards, and this is a spot you gotta check out because this was originally an old rail line that was opened in 1934. It's no longer in use though because they've converted it into this beautiful park with gardens and tons of sculptures. Come here early to avoid the crowds. Brooklyn Fare is a local favorite for a few reasons. First off, it is a gourmet grocery store. You can pretty much find anything in here, but my personal favorite is their chocolate collection. This is just a part of their chocolate collection, and it's like this whole section, but there's also even more over here. But the most fabulous part about Brooklyn Fare is actually a hidden 3 Michelin-starred restaurant inside called Chef's Table. All you see is just this little host stand. The restaurant's actually in here, super exclusive. One of the best restaurants in the city. It's very difficult to get reservations to. But by the way, if you want your vacation plan to New York, we've brought a lot of guests here, so because we have a connect. But that's a separate note. Michelin, yeah, they have 3. 1, 2, 3. Very rare. I believe there's only a few restaurants in the world that have 3 Michelin stars, so that's how you know it's good. I'm here at Zoob. This is an authentic Thai noodle bar, and I got this delicious dish. This one is called Pad Ki Mao. It's like drunken noodles if you've had it, which is a wide, thinner noodle. It's one of my favorite Thai dishes. Look at that, yum. Nice and chewy, really like flavorful. It has a little kick to it. You can also get it with chicken or, of course, a Thai iced tea. Can't go to a Thai restaurant without getting that. Really good spot. Soniya has some good suggestions, I have to say. This is really yummy Thai food. Did you know that Midtown has Manhattan's best meat market? Well, now you do. This is Esposito Meat Market. It's been here since 1932 and is completely family owned. It was started by a guy named Giovanni Esposito, and now his 3 sons run it. Here we have Giovanni Esposito's 3 sons who still run the business. It's so rare to find a family owned business in Midtown Manhattan. In the back, there's these giant wooden blocks where they cut the meat, and it looks like those are the same exact ones that they had in 1932. I don't know if that's the exact truth, but it's very authentic and original looking. We are here at Via. This is one of my favorite spots in this area, and that is because I've been coming here for, I would say, 6 years. Kind of more of a prohibition style dining experience. So they focus on American cuisine and excellent cocktails here. One of the things that I want to know is their atrium. So this is the room that has completely glass ceiling. So that means that it feels like you're outside, but you're actually inside. So the decor here is very entertainment focused. You have a lot of famous movie posters. They also have movies playing on the walls. I got a few cocktails I want to feature. This is called their Secret Garden. So tasty. It has a very floral element to this. Some of their drinks here, by the way, are kind of inspired by theatrical names, which is fun because you do get a lot of Broadway actors coming here, or producers or directors. This masterpiece is their Wicked Witch of the West Side. They actually light sage on fire for this presentation. I knew I'd like this because it has mezcal. This is their Cocoa Fashion. It has a roasted marshmallow on top that has a sprig of rosemary in it. They light both of these on fire when you order it, so it's a great presentation. This drink is very spirit forward, but you do get that nice sweetness from the coconut, and you have that nice aroma of roasted marshmallow, which is a unique element because most old fashions don't have that. Our final cocktail of the evening is the Maracuya Mama. It has some chili flakes on the top, so it's a little spicy, which is fun. This is the one for me. If you like spice, if you like sweetness, this one. Our food has arrived. I got their tuna tartare. Essentially is raw tuna on avocado. There's some jalapeno over it. We also got their house ricotta, which is one of the most popular dishes. For my main course, I got their filet mignon. Comes with a side of fries. I'm gonna try the tuna tartare first. Oh yeah, so delicious. Let's try the filet. That's the real deal. Great spot to come for a pre-theater meal, by the way. Thanks so much for joining me in Midtown. If you like this video, give it a like, subscribe, and I will see you next time. Bye.